Hey everyone, we are back again for another livery creation video. Look who it is, we have the MIE Honda Petronas of Tarran Mackenzie. That's who we went with this time. 29-year-old Tarran, racing in the World Superbike Championships. Doing alright recently actually, he just released about 2 days ago. He had the best day in his World Superbike career so far. Good on you, Tarran. He had a rough journey into World Superbikes, I would say, building his way up in the British Championships. Got to a point, I think, when he was dominating the world, British Supersport Championship, got the call up into the British Superbikes and worked his way up through there, winning the British Superbike Championship a couple of years back. Got himself in with MIE in the British World Supersport Championship and mixed results. I think he had a lot more potential. However, got himself a shot in the World Superbikes where he's been in the last couple of years. To mixed results, though I would argue that the MIE Honda is not the fastest bike on the grid by any means, but he's certainly learning a lot at this part of his career. So this livery is pretty simple. It's not a difficult one to do by any stretch. It's one that I think a lot of people would have a crack at and do pretty well. I've tried to make it a little bit more difficult by starting with a nice satin blue base. You don't see satin blue, right? It's a very unusual colour. I've seen a lot of bases, and I've done a lot of bases actually using gold. Gold and silver look really cool if you want to use that as a base paint, and then you can, as you build up the livery, you'll expose some of that silver and gold. And actually one of the Petronas older bikes, that I think it might have been the World Supersport bike, did have some exposed gold detailing and it looked amazing. But I've not seen satin blue. It's not a lot, so don't be blown away at the end when it isn't all covered in satin blue, but it is a little bit. And the only way you can get that, because otherwise it would be a navy blue gloss paint or something, the only way you can do it is by using that satin colour. You can see on screen now that I'm putting some headlights in. They are not the easiest little bit of detail to add, but I think the overall result is worth it. So if you can try and put some headlights in, you'll find the gradients and the kind of texture patterns of 7 pages in on the stickers are really cool, and will give you that kind of light effect. It's a really nice colour is the MIE Honda. It's one that I've wanted to do for a while, truthfully, and it's one that's done to death by loads of other people, so I never really did it. But I've seen the picture with the blue details. I went for it. I'm glad I did. It's a nice bike. You can see there on the front that I just exposed that navy blue. So at this stage I would have probably passed over and let you listen to some music, but I'll instead go over a couple of the most frequently asked questions that I get over at Ride 5 Liveries, things that I get a lot in my inbox, and you might learn something or get some insights, who knows. So the first thing, and the one thing I probably get asked the most, and I get asked this maybe once a day, okay? I get this message on average once a day. Can you guess what it is? Can you do me a livery? So, man, I can. Will I though? That's another question. It's a bit like a lottery. You have to catch me at the right time. So I do, like I said, I get maybe one of these a day. And there's about 7 days in a week. How many liveries do I do per week? I think I do about 2 or 3. 3 on a good week, 2 on an average week. And I need to feed the replicas into my gallery. So let's say 2 of those are replicas, which leaves 1 a week that maybe is something a little bit different, which I can do. So yeah, do the math. It's very, very difficult with my kind of life outside of creating liveries and how busy I am with work and things to be able to create loads of custom content for people. So that is something I get asked a hell of a lot. But there's a couple of guys out there who have been really supportive and have been following me for a very long time, who I'm very happy to help. Next question. Next question is probably another one that will come as no surprise. Can you do me a helmet? Short answer, no. I don't really like doing helmets. I've done a few, and if you go into the helmet editor, you'll see that I've done a few, and they're not bad. They've got a decent amount of downloads. I really like making stickers, so I can kind of do an alright helmet that's got some cartoon work on it, but I don't enjoy it. I don't really... helmets are not something I get excited about, you know? You know, in MotoGP they announced like a custom helmet or something, and for this Austin round they've got this cool helmet. Doesn't excite me, it's not my jam. I have a motorcycle and my helmet at home is just matte black. So it's just something that I'm not that interested in, so when I do it, it feels a little bit like a chore. But they're nice, I can do it, and I have done a few, but I wouldn't pick up a request, and I don't think I have the experience to do it justice, to be honest. The next question is one that gets asked a lot, and it's probably met with some unfortunate responses. How do you upload stickers? How do you get stickers in the game? So if you're familiar with games like Gran Turismo 7, what you can do with those games is there's an online portal that lets you upload SVG files, providing they're a low size, like 15 meg. And you can pop those in and upload them, and then one colour. You don't need to do it in every different colour like you do in Ride. You just create like your SVG file, you upload it into this portal, you go in the game, and you have a sticker, and it is perfect. It's a perfect logo. And then the editor in Gran Turismo will then let you change the colour of that on like a colour wheel. How amazing is that? And guess what? It's one layer. It's one layer. So I've never come across a car that has broke the layer limit because of that. And if you did, it would be a wild looking car. So the Gran Turismo 7 livery editor is far, far superior and far more intuitive than what Ride has. And I think people come in from games like that. I think you can make them on Forza too. They come in from games like that, and the first question is, okay, let me get my logo, let me get my YouTube logo or something and throw that in the game, and then I can start making liveries with it on. And it's, yeah, unfortunately, you can't do that. And I highly doubt that it will be a feature in Ride games to come, just because of the amount of effort that they've put into the sticker editor and how they've pushed that out. You know, not even in Ride, they've got it in MotoGP, they've got it in the Supercross game, hell, they've even got it in the Hot Wheels game. To create that kind of decal uploader would just kind of make those sticker editors a little bit pointless. But we can dream, we can dream. So yeah, unfortunately, if you do want your logo in the game, you have got a bunch of squares, triangles, circles, pie slices, and wiggly lines to try and build it. And trust me, it takes a long, long time. There's a reason I haven't got on this video me making stickers. Making stickers is the boring bit that you do at the beginning that takes hours, and the reward for doing all those stickers is you get to make a cool bike at the end of it, and that is way more rewarding. So much so, I record it and put it on YouTube. So yeah, unfortunately, get yourself into that sticker editor, get familiar with it. There is some really cool little tricks that people haven't quite found yet, and you need to be pressing those advanced buttons at the bottom, holding down the advanced buttons, change the opacity, skew, stretch. There's all kinds of things you can do with the shape, so you can make it do pretty much anything. And I think you could probably make any sticker you wanted. I've challenged myself with some pretty difficult stickers. Most recent, probably the Be Wiser. And I thought, you know what, let's just see if I can make it exact. I'm not going to use this on a bike, I don't care how many layers it is. Let's just see if it has the tools to be able to create exactly what I see on my phone screen. I usually have my phone screen next to me and I go off that. And it can. I mean, hell, it was 800 layers, but it can do it. Can't make a livery out with it, but it is possible. So it is powerful in a way, but it requires a lot of work to get there, which some people probably could do without. Hell, there's some liveries I wish I didn't have to do. Okay, next question that comes in a lot, and it's another one with not a great answer, is where can I find this livery on PC? And maybe you've stumbled across this video even now and you're watching it right now and you're thinking, hey, I like Tarran Mackenzie, hey, this livery is alright. Honestly, it's there is no cross-sharing right now on Ride. Full cross-sharing. What I mean by that is PC, console, you know, PS5, Xbox, and PC together. It's not possible on Ride 5. It will be, I'm about 99.9% sure that it will be possible on Ride 6, should that come out. That's based on the recent games that I've seen from Milestone that do have that full cross-platform sharing. So when Ride 6 comes, what I'll do is probably step up efforts a little bit, make some changes to the gallery and make some changes to this channel, and really go all out on collaborating and getting the best livery designers together and sharing their content. So that's exciting, and I don't think we're too far away from an announcement of Ride 6. I would be interested to see if we get anything later on this year, but it feels like we're slowly getting due. What's it been out now? 2 years? Was it 2 years? About 2025 now, came out in 2023, so yeah, we'll see. Again, I'm optimistic. So the bike's looking pretty neat, just putting some of those small stickers at the bottom. I'll take this quick moment actually to thank you. The first video came out a couple of days ago, and my goal was to try and get, in an ideal world, to try and get 100 views on that in the first week. If I could do that, then I'd probably stick at it and you know, try and build a viewer base here on YouTube. 24 hours passed and it was 106 views or 102 views or something. That's amazing. So thank you, honestly. That's surpassed my expectations and some. Livery looks like it's almost done. So this livery is, as I said, Tarran Mackenzie, World Superbike rider. I am going to share this. It's not even shared yet. Spoiler alert, you're seeing it before it's been shared. I'm going to share this just after this video goes live, and I'm also going to share Zakwan Zaidi, his teammate, Zakwan Zaidi, who races with the number 22. I have the number 22 sticker, so I'll swap that 95, put 22 on, and you'll have the full team. You'll also get access to the MIE Petronas suit. It's not the most extravagant suit, it's a pretty simple design. You'll see it in a video shortly, but that's also available to download. Yeah, so I'm just adding that kind of seat grip. His bike is different. The seat grip isn't like a patch or kind of box, it's kind of like a thin strip. So there we have it, looks nice. There is Tarran Mackenzie's 2025 livery. Hey, drop down in the comments below how you feel about that. It's quite nice, I love the colour. Let's take it for a spin, shall we? Try and do some fancy camera work and show you this bike while not crashing. I'm going to run off if I'm... Oh gosh, nearly ran off. So yeah, there we go, taking a little look around 360. You can see the suit as well that I put on. Quick and easy one to do actually was that suit. That's already shared, you can grab that now. On the grass. See, off-road as well. Tarran can do it all. There we are. So as I said, this will be available to download probably by the time you're watching this, to be honest. Stay tuned for the next one. There we have it. As before, ciao for now.